Yo, my name is Emmanuel, and this is Depression Talks, and I'm going to keep this short. I'm 29, I turned 30 in May, and here are the 5 hardest truths I've learned in my 20s. The first hardest truth that I learned was that life is more school than school. Learning does not stop after you graduate. I had this idea after I graduated from college that I felt like I knew so much more about the world I was going into, but the truth is, life, no matter what age, will always keep teaching you a lesson. After school, you're still going to be learning about who you are. You're going to be learning about living expenses, bills, car maintenance, taxes, random things that you have not experienced throughout your early to young adulthood. I would suggest looking at school as a building block instead of this end-all be-all to life. This second hardest truth is a tough one to accept. If you want something done, do it yourself. This is where accountability comes in. Don't wait for somebody else to do what you want to do with your life. Don't wait for a friend, a family member, a teacher, a romantic partner. If you want something done, you have to do it yourself. Without drawing this hard truth out too long, this applies to anything and everything. It is your life. If you want something done, do it yourself. This third hardest truth you might disagree with. Discipline is more important than getting started. Now, like I said, you might not agree with this one, but hear me out. I completely understand that getting started can be the hardest part. But if you get started and stop after a week or after a month, then it won't matter that you got started in the first place. Discipline allows your start to carry out and integrate into your life. So if you're looking to start anything new, a new habit, a change in your lifestyle, then make sure you are consciously aware of at least 2 different ways that you will remain disciplined. For this fourth point, I'm going to raise my hand because it was a hard truth I didn't wish I had to learn, but I learned it nonetheless. The healthier you are, the less medical bills you have to pay. It is never too young to care about your health. Throughout my 20s, I abused alcohol. I did drugs. I had to really learn what mental health was. So I figured this out the hard way. I don't want you to have to go through that. The sooner you know what your body needs to eat, to rest, to recover, the better it is for you long term. Now, this 5th hardest truth is going to be a little bit more lighthearted, but still a hard truth. Don't put a deadline on your success. A couple years ago, I read this book by Russ called It's All in Your Head, Get Out of Your Own Way. And after reading that book, it taught me how we constantly put a deadline and say, it's going to be this year, it's going to be next year, it's going to be 3 years from now, and 5 years from now, I'm going to achieve this goal. The issue with doing that is by the time that year comes, you're kind of like, man, I failed. And you start beating yourself up. Just because you haven't achieved this thing yet doesn't mean you never will. And it also doesn't mean that you are a failure. Just like Russ said, it is all in your head. Get out of your own way. Now, I know this is difficult, but this is a hard truth. So please do not put a deadline on your success. Those are the 5 hardest truths that I've learned in my 20s, even though I have learned more lessons, but those 5 have definitely taken priority. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment down below letting me know, or just leave a comment down below something you've learned in your 20s that might be a hard truth. All right, I think it's time to end the video. As I always say, do you stay swagalicious and keep smiling.